Once upon a time in a faraway land, there lived a young boy who was known throughout the village for his bad attitude. He was rude to everyone around him. And I mean everyone. No one was spared from this boy's ill manners. One day, his mother told him, "You need to go to the market and buy some groceries. We're all out of food." Fine," the boy replied with a disgusted look on his face. He grabbed some money and headed to the market. At the market, he bumped into his friend, but instead of saying sorry, he yelled, "Watch where you're going, you stupid donkey." His friend was taken aback by his sudden outburst. He had never seen the boy like this before. I'm sorry," stammered his friend. "I didn't mean to bump into you." But the boy wasn't having it. "Oh, shut up, will you? You always have something to say, don't you?" "Well, I've had enough of you," he shouted, pushing his friend away. The boy continued his shopping, still in a foul mood. As he picked up some apples, he noticed a small, oddly shaped cave behind them. He walked up to it, and without thinking twice, he started to yell, "Hey, stupid cave, what are you doing there? I'm gonna smash your ugly face in." The cave remained silent. The boy waited, but no reply came. He tried again. "Hey, stupid cave, can't you hear me? I said I'm gonna smash your face in." Still, nothing. The boy thought maybe he hadn't yelled loudly enough. So he took a deep breath and screamed at the top of his lungs, "I'm gonna destroy your ugly face, you stupid cave." As soon as he finished his sentence, a voice echoed back, "I'm gonna destroy your ugly face, you stupid cave." The boy froze. He couldn't believe what he just heard. Was the cave cursed? Did it have a mind of its own? The more he thought about it, the creepier it seemed. He turned around and ran as fast as he could away from the market. All the people he passed on the way stared at him in surprise. They had never seen him run so frantically. He didn't care. All he could think about was the creepy cave and its mysterious voice. He kept replaying the incident in his head over and over again. "I'm gonna destroy your ugly face, you stupid cave." The voice seemed to mock him, and he felt a shiver down his spine. He ran until he reached his house, bursting through the door and collapsing on the floor in a heap. His mother rushed to his side, her face etched with worry. "What happened, my son? Why are you in such a state?" she asked, her voice trembling. The boy, still catching his breath, managed to stammer out, Mom, you have to help me." "What is it? Tell me everything. Who did this to you?" she demanded, her maternal instincts kicking in. He hesitated for a moment, unsure how to explain what had happened. But then he took a deep breath and began to tell her about the cave and its eerie response to his taunts. His mother listened patiently, her expression growing more serious with each word he spoke. When he finished his story, she didn't say anything for a moment. She sat there thinking, trying to make sense of it all. Finally, she spoke. "Son, what you experienced today is not because of any curse on that cave. It's because of the curse you have inside yourself." The boy looked at her, confused. "What do you mean?" he asked. "You see, my son, you have a terrible attitude. You're rude, disrespectful, and you treat everyone around you poorly. You think it's funny to call people names and hurt their feelings? But it's not. It's wrong, and the world has a way of making you face the consequences of your actions." The boy felt his face burning with shame. He had never thought of it that way before. "But Mom, I didn't mean for the cave to repeat what I said. It just happened. It was like magic or something." "It wasn't magic, son. It was reality. The world doesn't just respond to your bad behavior. It becomes a reflection of it. Whatever you put out into the world comes back to you." He thought about everything his mother had said. He realized that he couldn't blame the cave or some curse. He was the one who had chosen to be rude and disrespectful to everyone, and now he was facing the consequences of his actions. Determined to change, he went to see his mother the next day. He had learned from his experience, and he wanted to apologize for his behavior. He approached her with a newfound respect in his eyes. "Mom, I'm sorry for being rude and disrespectful to you. I know I haven't been a good kid lately, and I want to change." His mother, who had been expecting him to be sullen or angry, was taken aback by his sincerity. She pulled him into a tight hug, her heart swelling with pride. "Oh, my son, I'm so glad to hear that. Remember, it's never too late to change. I've always believed in you, and I'll always love you, no matter what." He felt a weight lift off his shoulders as he apologized to his mother. He knew that repairing his relationships wouldn't be easy, but he was committed to doing the work. He started by apologizing to his friend for calling him names and being mean. To his surprise, his friend forgave him readily, and their friendship became stronger than before. He also decided to visit the cave again. This time, he wasn't yelling or making rude comments. Instead, he was calm and respectful. "Hello, Cav," he said politely. "I'm sorry for what I did yesterday. I was wrong to be so rude and disrespectful." He waited, but no mocking voice echoed back. The cave was silent. He stood there for a moment, thinking about what his mother had told him. Maybe the cave wasn't cursed after all. Maybe it was just a reflection of himself, a reminder of the importance of treating others with kindness and respect. From that day on, he made a conscious effort to be a better person. He helped his mother with chores, he apologized to those he had offended, and he treated everyone with the respect and dignity they deserved. It wasn't always easy, but he was determined to change his ways. And as he continued to grow and mature, he carried with him the valuable lesson he had learned from the cave. He understood that the world was not cursed, but rather a mirror that reflected his own inner self. And he knew that if he wanted to change the world around him, he had to start by changing himself. Now, whenever he felt a negative emotion rising within him, he remembered the cave and how his anger had been thrown back at him. He would take a deep breath, calm himself down, and choose to respond in a kind and thoughtful way. Years passed, and the boy, now a young man, became known throughout the village for his positive attitude and helpful nature. He was respected by everyone, and he knew that it was because he had learned to face himself and change his ways. He often thought back to the day he had yelled at the cave and how that experience had changed his life. It was a reminder to him that he had the power to shape his own destiny and that the world was not cursed, but simply waiting for him to become the best version of himself. And so the tale of the rude boy and the magical cave became a legend, passed down through generations as a reminder that the world is not cursed, but rather a reflection of our own attitudes and actions.